Yeah. Hello, Tashitele, everybody. Mm. As usual, we start with settling our body and mind in the present moment in order to actualize basic serviceable mind and body uh, to actualize this session to be most meaningful by acquiring Dharma. Yeah. So the coming few moments, maybe a few minutes, we're going to spend time together collectively, do recitations of the Compassionate Buddha Genesis mantra Om Mani Padme Hum. As many of you have received Lojong teaching from His Holiness Dalai Lama just hours ago, as His Holiness advised the importance of the recitation of Om Mani Padme Hum, in particularly this month and tomorrow, His Holiness 14th Dalai Lama's auspicious birthday. So usually around the world, individually, collectively, engage in various auspicious practices to celebrate His Holiness birthday. But then this year, due to the social restrictions due to COVID-19, there are a lot of emphasis about conducting individual, practices in individual level. And His Holiness advised the best gift, birthday gift, which will please His Holiness, which will bring meritorious contribution to, his long life, and as well as we as a disciple in relation to a guru, if we engage in any Dharma practices, following the advice accordingly, then that becomes the Guru Yoga practice. So the Guru Yoga practice is one of the most powerful practice to accumulate merit, most powerful practice bring about purification of our karma, purify our mind. So therefore, it is such a rare opportunity for us to have such a precious time. So so collectively we will recite Om Mani Padme Hum together. While reciting the mantra, as His Holiness taught, it's good to reflect on the meaning of the Om Mani Padme Hum as just taught, like such a syllable Om. What represent, if anyone who didn't attend the teaching and who don't know much about the meaning of these practices, then just a simple way, Om is also symbolize the resultant, body, speech, and mind of the Buddha. Also symbolize the basis of our own body, speech, and mind, which through the antidote of the wisdom and method that are going to bring about purification, and the actual practice, the Mani Padme Hum. The Ma is the method aspect of the path, loving kindness, compassion, bodhicitta. Padme symbolize the the wisdom aspect of the Dharma. the wisdom realizing selflessness of person, selflessness of phenomena, and whom is the this method and wisdom to be actualized, not in separately but in union. Then the practitioner that who merely label I on the basis of this body, speech, and mind, through engaging in the union practice of wisdom and method and wisdom, bring about purification of the contaminated aggregates, the contaminated being, and will result the purified resultant stage of Buddha's holy body, speech, and mind, the Cheresikhood. So then at the same time, whatever understanding on bodhicitta, emptiness, you can also do meditation on that. Then, of course, this practice is most beneficial to conduct on the basis of refuge practice and the altruistic motivation. So you can also refresh your refuge and cultivate bodhicitta motivation for this recitation of mantra, as well as for this session. And also, during the recitation, also good to reflect on the preciousness of precious human rebirth. One of the most precious thing that we have encountered in our lifetime is the most fortunate to be born in the southern world during the existence of compassionate Buddha in person, in the form of Guru, so that we can communicate directly with the enlightened Buddha in the form of Guru. And all of us here already have nurtured in the complete Dharma by most precious Guru, His Holiness Dalai Lama, or transmitting oral transmissions and commentaries, precepts, initiations, and by having spiritual connection in this way, then this qualified Mayanic Guru will guide us every lifetime until we achieve a state of full enlightenment, never to be separated. So how wonderful, how fortunate to be able to establish that connection, and that alone is most amazing qualities of this precious human rebirth that we possess. So we will do refuge and bodhicitta prayer. Sanje Jodan Zoje Jonamala Janju Badu Dani Jazunje Daji Chinso Jebe Sonamgi Dola Penje Sanje Dubrajo Sanje Jodan Zoje Jonamala Chanju Badu Dani Jazunje Daji Chinso Jebe Sonamgi Dola Penje Sanje Dubrajo Sanje Jodan Zoje Jonamala Chanju Badu Dani Jazunje Daji Chinso Jebe Sonamgi Dola Penje Sanje Dubara. For immeasurable thought. So here you reinforce your bodhicitta mind. Semje damje dewa dan dewe ju dan dembra ju je semje damje dunga da dunga je ju dan dawa ju je semje damje dunga mebe dewa dan mi dawa ju je semje damje nire cha dan ni dan dawe dan yo na dembra ju ru. Semje damje dewa dan dewe ju dan dembra ju je semje damje dunga da dunga je ju dan dawa ju je semje damje dunga mebe dewa dan mi dawa ju Semje damje nyere jada nidan dawe danyo lan debra juro je semje damje dewa dan dewe judan debra juje semje damje dunga dan dunga je judan dawra juje semje damje dunga mebe dewa dan mi dawa juje semje damje nyere jada nidan da danyo lan debra juro je. So purify our mind, purify our body, purify the place where you are. With this verse of the verse of the sutra. Tamje dene zaje da zema lazo meba da la de danya bindru ye ranshi jambo ne juro. Then do the invocation. You invite from depth of your heart, through the power of these verses and your sincere wish of having, all the merit field right with you here. And then at the end of the verses, you visualize all the merit field, the central merit field, His Holiness the Dalai Lama. Then in the center of His Holiness Dalai Lama, there's Thousand Arm Chenrezig. In the center of the heart of Thousand Arm Chenrezig, then there's a syllable Shri. And try to visualize as vivid as possible and as realistic as possible, real presence of His Holiness Dalai Lama, the compassionate Buddha, surrounded by all the lineage gurus and 10th generation Buddha Bodhisattvas and deities, Dharma protectors, etc. You can visualize, you put your palm together like this. Those of you know the incense mudra, like this, or otherwise just put a palm together. Then you're like holding the incense, which contain 6 medicinal herbs, then blessings, and then holding, auspicious white scarf. Then physically, as well as verbally, physically, and mentally, with much devotion, much respect. Malu semje gunje gunjo je adu de bonje meze jomze la wana malu yanda ke jurbe jomde korje ne de shezu. Then make extensive offerings, offer one's body, speech, and mind, one's possessions. Then whatever offering that you set on in your house, then the rest of the universe, including the brightness of the sun and moon, the nectar, ocean, etc. Everything you offer as a wish to enjoy immortal nectar. Lojong gobe gone ja za long za yi zhe ba ma lu be do me ne za de do dam je sha je ba je wa nam la je ra ko wa ma dong ba do le shu ne do la je je go lo go da je je na jang ju je bo lo o mo nam mo bhagavati be za sara ma da ne ta da ga da ya hara de sam sam bu de ta ya ta om be je ma be je ma de za be je ma be ya be je ma bu de za be je ma bu de me do ba za ta ma na be je sa wa ga ma wa ra na be shu da na be je ye zo wa Omo namo bhagavate beza sarabama dane tata gata yahara hade samya sambudaya daya tau beze beze ma de beze ma biya beze ma buddhi beze ma buddhi beze ma buddhi mero beza tamana beze sawagam avarana vijodana beze yeso namo bhagavate beza sarabama dane tata gata yahara hade samya sambudaya daya tau beze beze ma de beze ma biya beze ma buddhi beze ma buddhi mero beza tamana beze sawagam avarana vijodana beze yeso 文chú总结等八到三节大正就三八等节已经节了到中间做左边看大全部到中间能把大节三节没加别都别的新年多做不来比如这路的曼德拉分。三节北节小节没多他妈的他们今年的节把的三节新都没得不把也如果那么大新了就把来有大节龙啊一做龙就得做家做节人家没到上坡工厂做把做就把那也那年那么一当工就从那边对接完节新年到了今节了都说大节下到我做这边有常年把做了当龙就拿帮帮面把北节来说呢都说了三多万今节了也他妈过了那面的Ganeya Daya then do the supplication prayer, 4-line supplication prayer. Chadong Golo Jive Jaboda, Jendo Kabozan Bosangela, Galagan de la de Ba, Zumba Chere Zela, Chase Lo. Om mani beme hom 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 mani beme om mani beme hom 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 mani beme om mani beme hom 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 mani Om mani beme 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 Mani Padme Hum, Mani Padme Hum. Om 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 Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, 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 Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, 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 Mani Om mani padme 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 Om mani padme. So those of you who have mala, you bless your mala, blow to it and rub. Yeah, so so we just complete recitation of 1,000 mantra recitation of Om Mani Padme Hum, which His Holiness specifically advised individually at least recite 1,000 times. And actual birthday is tomorrow. So all of us, if we can dedicate whole throughout the day, accumulating, as many number as possible, at least 1,000 times, which would be so beneficial for all sentient beings' benefit. So now here, with a feel of gratitude, feel of joy through this practice, starting from His Holiness the Dalai Lama, and all the object of merit feel are completely delighted in our practice, pleased in fulfilling the commitment. Then without any doubt that receive infinite blessings, which will purify our mind, which will accumulate merits, which will gain immense of wisdom for us to realize emptiness and actualize bodhicitta. Blessing in the form of courage for us to engage in the practice of six paramita in relation to benefiting sentient beings, like what His Holiness advised this morning. To like taking the 8 verses of thought transformation in daily cultivation, then actualized circumstances in our day-to-day life, transforming into a path, like the teaching based on the Nagarjuna's treatise. Then day-to-day, reminding ourselves not to be separated from the cultivation of emptiness and bodhicitta. Janjo Zemjo Rinpoche, Maje Banam Kejuji, Kewa Nyamba Meba Yang, Gone Gondo Pevarai Sho, Tonye Tawa Rinpoche, Maje Banam Kejuji, Kewa Nyamba Meba Yang, Gone Gondo Pevarai Sho, Rimye Tawa Rinpoche, Maje Banam Kejuji, Kewa Nyamba Meba Yang, Gone Gondo Pevarai Sho. Kare Rave Gove Jingamde, Bendan Dewa Male Jovene, Chere Zewan Tenzen Jazo Ye, Jabe Sede Bado, Tenjuro Je. Tonye Nye Zondo Jobe Lama Zeje Zejo Kanje Tenjuro, Chana Pemo Tenzen Jazo La, Soa De So Shende Lundo. Chiselame Guzera Denji, Namgatile Jojo Gembatan, Losan Tembe to Meza Sonji, Tobe Muzeda do Genjuro, Kewa Gundo Yanda Lamata, Chame Chiji Pela Lonjuchi, Sadalam Je Yunde Rabzon, Doje Janje Gomba, Dojo Dembaji, then comes to Jombatan, Demba Nivation to Sawaye, Denze Bolo Jento Demba, Demba Yure Nebe Daji. Bedan Zowa Migube, Ije Novo Basamji, Simjera Wakunzebe, Samba Chechin Dube, Taji Sho. Okay, thank you. Okay, so we will go through the text. So today we will go through the annotated root lines of the Maya and the Mind Training by Atisha. So this is very much the word interpretation by Lama Atisha himself to the his own composition of the root line of the Mayana Mind Training. So similar like the earlier text, the headings will be contained within the 7 points. Within the 7 points. The presentation of preliminary as a base, and training in the main practice, the 2 awakening mind, and third, taking adverse condition onto the path to enlightenment, and presentation of lifetime practice in summary, presentation of the measure of having trained the mind, and presentation of commitments of the mind training, and presentation of the precept of the mind training. So these are the 7 points. Yeah. So this teaching is very much structured guideline to someone that who have trained in the basic the teachings, or the having basic knowledge and having basic inspiration in the practice of the 3 scopes, or the 3 capable beings path, then inspired to choose the Mayanic path, in the pursuit of liberation. Then someone, at least took the inspirational, altruistic commitment. Then the teaching that design is like a gradual way to actualize to such practitioner. So it's very much like all of us here, who have studied the Lamrim, at least once, and even someone that not listen the actual text of Lamrim, but then the teachings on the Lojongs and the teachings on Mayanic Dharma, then we are introduced the basic, the teachings on the 3 scopes, or 3 capable beings path, which is the Lamrim. If not, at least we have learned and we understood at least the basic, what is renunciation, and what is bodhicitta, and what is emptiness, and why we have to cultivate renunciation, why we have to cultivate bodhicitta and emptiness. And not only that, the way of living our life as a spiritual pursuer, as a Mahayanic Buddhist follower or Tibetan Buddhist follower, carrying that tact on our identity is very much knowing the path is the 3 principal aspects of the path, and the effort is to develop these 3 principal aspects of the path, and at the very initial level, even when we first introduced to Dharma, we get attracted to Mahayanic Dharma, or the Tibetan Buddhism, or the Nalanda tradition, is very much because of the quality of the 3 principal aspects of the path. We understood that the necessity of 3 principal aspects of the path, if we truly feel the pain of samsara, feel the inconvenience of samsara, and feel the urgency to actualize liberation. And that knowledge, that feeling comes from the genuine, reliable, irresistible feeling and conviction comes from at least basic understanding of the 3 principal aspects of the path. So that means anyone who is introduced to this, then the coming teaching here, the teaching what Lama Atisha presented is the structure, gradual guideline. How to develop ourselves. All the way up to achieving the ultimate result, which is the Buddhahood within. And that comes in the 7 headings, or the 7 point thought, 7 headings on this, which is the 7-point thought transformation. So now first is homage to the sovereign who has accomplished all purpose and who is the glorious auspicious jewel, swiftly granting all happiness. And this referring to Buddha. Buddha, Buddha, and also refer to the lineage of this teaching, Maitreya, and also can refer the homage refer to his principal guru that who transmitted the Mahayanic Dharma, the Maitreya Yogic and Dhammarakshita and Silingba Dhammakiti. So first, trainee who first. So the from the root text is first train in the preliminary. So first here, meaning a trainee whose mind is trained in the 3 scopes and who, having taken the aspiring and engaging, is cognizant of the precept should train in the preliminary. The preliminary by reflecting on the human existence of leisure and opportunity and karma and its fruit, and on the defect of the cyclic existence. So, as mentioned before, the trainee, the practitioner, is someone that who have at least as a basic, training in basic understanding and basic, conviction and practice in 3 scopes of teaching. And not only that, and choosing the Mahayanic path by being very firm in the path, in the chosen path, by taking the inspiring and engaging precepts, the Bodhisattva precepts, Bodhisattva vows. So many of us have already received Kalachakra initiation, and just recently, the Chenrezig initiation from his son, Dalai Lama, such as Chenrezig, line row, the Chenrezig Singita, and not only that, on the Sakadawa, his holiness is specifically granted the aspiring, Bodhisattva vows. So most of us, we already have all these preliminaries, preparatory prerequisites we already have. So on the basis of having those prerequisites, then train in the preliminaries, which before engaging in any form of training or practice, whether to do with the sutra or the tantra, then first good to reflect on the precious human rebirth. Reflecting on precious human rebirth, such as the 10 leisures and 10 opportunities, then the teaching on the karmic law, cause and effect, and in particularly, the 4 noble truth, falls of the first true truth, and the advantage and qualities of the second true truth. So these are the preliminary teaching and preliminary practice, preliminary object of meditation that we should conduct if someone that who really mean to develop the spiritual path. And so that is within the first, from the 7 heading, the first heading. The second heading, which is training in the true awakening mind, which is the main practice. So contemplate all phenomena as a dreamlike. So contemplate all phenomena, meaning encompassed by self and others, the outer environment, and the entire sentient beings. The illusional like of the self-identity and illusional like the contemplate all phenomena here very much referring to the meditation on emptiness during the session. As a dream, like the latter part, is referring to the post-meditation. So in the meditation, during the meditation, then contemplate all phenomena, the emptiness of self, emptiness of the others is a phenomena, such as outer environment and the inner sentient beings. The others comes with the two. These others, comes with the environment as other, and the rest of the living being within it as others. So emptiness of the environment, emptiness of rest of the sentient beings. The first one is the emptiness of the self. Like that. So here the Atisha's viewpoint is based on the Pasangika Madhyamika view. So therefore, when we meditate the emptiness of self and emptiness of others, we meditate the empty of inherent existence of self, empty of inherent existence of others. So that is the emptiness. Then during the post meditation, then view things and events, including self and the rest of the others, things and events, as dreamlike, as illusional-like, non-existent but appearing to exist. So as dreamlike meaning non-existent but appearing to exist due to the force of the deluded mind. So all existence appear as it is to our senses is because of the hallucinated mind, interdependent on the hallucinated mind. So therefore, in reality, ultimately it does not exist, but then still there's existence of existence of the action or existence of the effect, such as suffering, such as free of suffering, etc. Ultimate of their nature, there's no inherent existence of suffering and freedom from the suffering. But to the hallucinated mind, then there's a pure and impure suffering and no sufferings. So understanding that things and events and experiences comes in our way, then we view as a dream, like exist but do not exist. Exist interdependently. Samsara as a miserable place because of we carry the hallucinated perception. So accept that, understand that. But then at the same time, it does not exist. It does not exist because if you thoroughly analyze it, then there's no such the person, I, who experiences the suffering, who experiences the freedom, and also there's no inherent harm givers as well as liberators out there, even the path. You see, so like His Holiness, this morning and all the teaching His Holiness emphasize again and again to meditate on no self, even while working or circumambulating, try to examine and try to come to a position that uh, you know any activities do not exist ultimately, but then it still can feel the existence, and that is based on the dependent arising of the condition. So whatever experience comes in our way is by dependent on the cooperative conditions, or the harmonious condition bring about whatever experience that we experience, you see. And by doing so, by such meditation, it helped us to lose the grasping. Lose the grasping. The effect of losing the grasping, or the result of losing the grasping, through the meditation on emptiness, is lessening of the three poisons, the reaction of the emotional reactions of the three poisons when it comes to the three objects of liking and disliking and neutral objects. You see, so that's the way how we obtain freedom, freedom from delusions, and freedom from the samsaric aggregates and samsaric things and events. So this is the way how to liberate. While being in the samsara, we try to remain without stain by these samsaric impacts, like the lotus, like the pema lotus, born in the mud, but then remain without stain by the mud, and that only can be done by the emptiness understanding and emptiness meditation. Yeah. Yeah. Experience unborn nature of awareness. So experience here free of identification. The thoroughly unborn nature of awareness, meaning which cognize in such manner. So this is the result. This is the result of the emptiness, meditation on emptiness in the session, and actualizing dream-like, awareness in the post meditation. Will bring the result or the experiences of free of identification of the hallucinated self. Then we'll come to the thoroughly unborn nature awareness of suchness, which is the absolute truth, in the being of merely labeled by mind on the basis of interdependent conditions. You see, yeah. The remedy is itself freed in its natural place. So the remedy, meaning which cut across both body and mind. The remedy, which is the wisdom realizing emptiness. Wisdom realizing emptiness of self, wisdom realizing emptiness of the phenomena, the others, will cut across the body and mind, the grasping or the bondage, the both body and mind. The body is the object, the mind is the subject. The emptiness of the emptiness of the object, and emptiness of the subject. So here emphasizing the not sufficient just having the wisdom realizing emptiness of the object. Here also we need to have the wisdom realizing of emptiness of the subject, the mind that which the mind that which understand the emptiness nature of the self-identity and the rest of the phenomena, the mind itself also need to realize in the nature of voidness. It is self-free in the natural place. So, so the both body and mind have to, or say, it is self-free in the natural place, free of grasping at existent and non-existent, free of grasping. So both the subject and object has to free of grasping at existent and non-existent. From the existent and non-existent is referring to the two extreme. Nihilism and internihilism have to be free from nihilism and internihilism. Have to actualize the middle way view of the Pasangika. The specifically mentioning the free of grasping at the existent and non-existent. There are many emptiness theories. Even in relation to Buddhist four schools, got different emptiness theories. Even though the definition of emptiness or the selflessness is dependent arising, but then understanding of dependent arising is varieties. You see, so therefore the understanding of dependent arising in the meaning of voidness to the Pasangika view is the existence of the subject and object free of grasping of the two extreme, the nihilism and internihilism. Yeah. So during the interval between session, that is afterward, create all illusion. During the interval between session, create all the illusion-like person. So during the interval between session, meaning that is afterward, which afterward meaning after the session, after the meditation session on emptiness. Then create the illusional-like person, meaning as it arises on the basis of above two. Above two is the two extreme. On the basis of so during the post meditation, every thing that we perceive, every idea that we have, every understanding that we have about self or rest of the phenomena has to be arise on the basis of purifying the two extreme. So that is exists but do not exist. When you establish existent, you purify the extreme of non-existent. When you establish the voidness, non-existent, you purify the extreme of existent. So, meaning you purify the extreme of existent is the extreme of inherent existent or true existent. What's it? No. Okay, I say wrongly. When you purify the extreme of existence, then you purify, if existence has to be exist, you purify the idea, or you purify the apprehension of or understanding that if exists has to exist inherently, has to exist truly. That has to be purified. When you actualize the non-existent, then non-existent, you purify the non-existent of inherent existence, non-existent of true existence. You are not purifying, you are not actualizing something, in the nature of true or inherent existence. You see, so this is how that you have to, you have to establish the creator of the karma, the self, who experience samsaric consequences now, and who through the practice of Dharma will actualize full liberation. That person, that I is definitely exist. If there's no such I exist, then who create my karma? You see, who is suffering in samsara? Who will, then there's no point of pursuing the path, because there's nobody to enlighten, isn't it? You see, so there is me, and there is I, who is experiencing the karma, who is in samsara, and that existing I exists on the basis of purifying the true existent I, purifying the inherent existent I. Because of negating the true existent I, the inherent existent I, you're able to make possible of I am really exist. I am really suffering. I am really possible to actualize the path and liberation. If I yeah, so if I'm not free from the inherent existence, then the I has to be exist in the basis of inherent, in the basis of permanent, and the basis of ultimate. If that's the case, then if I'm a suffering person, then I have to suffer all the time. There's no liberation. If I am someone is so-called, if someone is a Buddha, then that has to be ultimate, ever, from beginning being a Buddha. No one is from beginning as a Buddha. Every Buddhas are at the beginning is ordinary like us. Then through the cultivation of path, then they actualize Buddhahood, isn't it? So all this is possible because of the reality, or the reality, the conventional reality lies in the interdependent existence. Because of conventional reality lies in the interdependent existence, therefore I do not exist. Therefore samsara do not exist. Therefore path do not exist. Therefore Buddhahood do not exist. You see, because of Buddha do not exist inherently, because of path do not exist inherently, because of I do not exist inherently, because samsara do not exist inherently, therefore I exist. Therefore I exist, therefore path exists, therefore enlightenment exists. So same thing. Because of that, therefore Buddha do not exist. Therefore samsara do not exist. Therefore path do not exist. Therefore I do not exist. So like that. So you see, so during the post meditation, when we view someone, you need to, arise that person. Let's say, you first thing what you see is your coffee in the morning when you first, wake up, or when you wake up from your meditation, then let's say first thing that you think of coffee. So if you're thinking of coffee, so you have to arise the coffee into your mind on the basis of the above two, on the basis of freeing from the true extreme, or on the basis of the actualization, interdependent, basis of the true truth. So, in the wisdom of understanding that, and you realize coffee simultaneously exists but do not exist. Simultaneously, coffee do not exist but exists. So then when you really, so you see, so because of the coffee do not exist but exist, that's why you can able to taste the coffee, you can able to make the coffee. You see, if coffee, conventionally do not exist, you cannot experience, you cannot make the coffee, drink the coffee. If coffee exists inherently, then also you cannot make the coffee. You cannot make changes to the coffee. The coffee has to be ultimate. If the coffee bean, then has to be ultimate. You cannot grind. If it's grind, you cannot put the water. You cannot make the coffee. even you're able to make the coffee, is ultimately making the coffee, then but you cannot taste it. Is it? So that's why. So when, of course, first thing when we either wake up from meditation or wake up from sleep, you have a sense of self, isn't it? So when you actualize the self, you have to, we have to train ourselves to actualize the self by purifying the two extreme and actualizing on the basis of conventional and ultimate truth, on the basis of the true truth. Okay. So train alternately into giving. So above this, up to here is the training in ultimate altruism. So now start the main practice of training in conventional altruism. So train alternately into giving and taking. So so giving to others of your body, resources, and root of virtue. Then place the two, giving and taking, astride your breath. So place the two, which is the giving and taking, astride your breath. The breathing that which exists, breathing that what we have as it exists, as it says in the text here. So train alternately. So you can train. So I train alternately can be understood. First train in taking if you feel more comfortable, taking then giving, then you can train our mind in taking others sufferings, etc. But if you feel more easy to practice the giving part, then in order to what do you call, the more flexible of our flexible our mind from very tight grasping, then first train in givings, giving of your body, your resources, etc. So when we talk about the giving of the body, you can understand what you call like in the service, like social service. You give your body to carry essentials to others' needs, etc. Or use this body as a vehicle, dedicate as a vehicle, to reach out to help others, etc. Then when we say giving, we can also practice. If it's hard to practice with the sentient being at the beginning, then you can practice with divine beings like Buddhas and gurus, giving your body as a service to serve the Dharma, to serve the Guru, like you see, like even just an example, making waterfall offerings, in the Guru's room, etc., cleaning, etc., or all the like directors and SPCs, committees, volunteers in the Dharma centers, like these are giving, giving your time, giving your body, giving, especially giving your body, speech, and mind to the service of Buddha, to the service of Guru, and to the service of sentient being. So like that. And then resources, can be anything. Resources of knowledge, resources of material resources, etc. Then, of course, root of virtue. We dedicate our body, speech, and mind into Dhamma practice, accumulation of virtue. Then, whatever merit we accumulate, then we dedicate to the sentient being. These are all giving. You see. So when we talk about taking, not just like taking others' suffering onto you. If that is very hard at the initial stage, then in the name of others, in the name of others, you dedicate your body, speech, and mind, accumulating merits. In the name of your parent, then you observe, like nyungne, like 8 minor precepts in the name of your parent. You observe that, then you are, you see, you how to say, you contribute in the purifications of their karma, their negativities, etc. So there's a, like such practice can involve both taking and giving, like that. Then, of course, eventually there may come a point that you can really give, your whole body as a charity. But that we need to, achieve high realizations. It's not easy. And until we achieve higher realizations on emptiness, etc., and firm bodhicitta, then if we try to, like cut the flesh and give to hungers, etc., which are not appropriate. So there are, the gradual, way to engage in the practice from minor to an extensive way, like that. So then as like the place 2, giving and taking astride your breath, the existent breath. So that is the initial training, which as long as we have faith in the practice, then anybody could do. Anybody could do. So yeah, and then at least we should do that. There are 3 objects. There are 3 objects, 3 poisons, and 3 root of the virtues. So the 3 objects are the desirable, undesirable, and neutral. 3 poisons: attachment, anger, and delusion. And their extermination, the 3 root of the virtues. The void of attachment, void of virtue, or void of attachment, void of anger, and void of delusion. Yeah. Then in all your actions, such as in all your actions by means of, in all your action trained by means of the word. In all your actions, such as when gathering merit, and so on. Anything, when we practice Dharma, when we accumulate merit, when we are in a holy environment, we do holy things. Trained by detecting, focus your mind by means of the words. When you are accumulating merits, when you are practicing virtue, then first especially for a beginner, then you should get reminded by like meaningful words, in particular in relation to altruistic practice, like may the suffering of all beings ripen upon me through my virtues, and may they all may all other sentient beings achieve happiness. Like the quotations from Nagarjuna's precious garland, Shalideva's Charya, etc. Like this word. So in order to infuse the virtuous accumulation to actualize, your central practice of developing altruism, or the actualizing the essence of the Mayanic Dharma, the practice of taking and giving, Tonglen practice. Even when we engage in ordinary activities, in order for us not to lose the precept or the commitment of the Lojong, the Mayanic Dharma, then when you recite these words like a mantra, then at least the word will remind our mind to be more mindful, not to get leakage, our time in the like adverse concerns or negativities like that. So even you see, like reciting Om Mani Padme Hum, whenever you recite Om Mani Padme Hum, it reminds compassion, isn't it? So constantly, reciting Om Mani Padme Hum help us to protect our three doors, committing harmful actions, thinking harmful thoughts, saying harmful words like that. So these are beneficial. The negativities of the world and beings with the cyclic existing, the negativities here is referred to their fruits, the fruits of the delusion and the past karma, of the world, the external, the samsaric environment, and the being, the inner, the samsaric living being. Within cyclic existence, the affliction, why bound by cyclic existence? Because it's afflicted, bound by the afflictions of delusions. Transform the adverse condition into part of enlightenment. Transform the adverse condition which derive from the either sentient beings or the natural elements, that into aids on the part of enlightenment. So whatever adversities comes in our way, transform as a path to develop, to actualize enlightenment by cultivation of method and wisdom. Like such as now, this pandemic crisis giving us so much difficulties. So instead of carried away, rather, we take opportunity to develop the true path, the wisdom of emptiness and method of bodhicitta. How is this so? Whatever undesirable event befall, then the root text says, banish all the blames to the single source, which is not other but rather self-grasping. So what do you mean by transform adverse conditions into a path? So then everything, to banish the self-grasping and self-cherishing attitude, and that way to develop the wisdom of selflessness and wisdom of altruism, cherishing all living beings' well-being. How is this so? Whatever undesirable event falls, banish all the blames to the single source. So single source, which is the self-grasping. Towards all beings, contemplate their great kindness. Towards all beings, human, non-human, enemy, friends, and in particular the perpetrator of harm. Contemplate their great kindness. Like His Holiness always emphasize, if someone feel like spirit harm or non-human harms, then the best way is to generate compassion to them, by understanding they are mother sentient being, even to do with your own well-being, that sentient being play the role of being so kind through the causing harm, that you get opportunity to develop your heart. Like in particular this morning, His Holiness emphasizes specifically on taking the others harms into our path. As a spiritual practitioner, as a Mayani Dharma compassionate practitioner, then if someone scold you, criticize you, blame you, hurt you, then we have to cherish them as more than precious jewel. Like His Holiness giving example of that we cannot practice patience without development of patience. We cannot progress on the path. So patience cannot be practiced with Buddhas, cannot practice with lineage gurus, cannot practice with someone who always treat you nice. So the patient only can be able to practice when someone harms you, when someone hurts you. So as a Mayanic practitioner, then the harm givers in fact is very beneficial. So like that. So this is the way, say, how we should practice. So contemplate all the illusions arise from your mind. Contemplate all the illusions as the four Buddha's bodies. So contemplating the illusion arise from your mind, as presented in your palms, Buddha's body, that is the adverse forces and their antidotes. So everything, contemplate the illusion arise from your mind, like Buddha's four bodies, the cessation body, the wisdom body, and Sambhopakaya body, and the Nirmanakaya body. As an antidote, like how these four bodies play as an antidote to all the adverse force of self and others, such as the wisdom body, the cessation and the wisdom body, play as the ultimate antidote, which bring about, which is the cessation from all the afflictions, the obstruction to your own liberation. Then the two bodies of the two form bodies is the ultimate, the cessation result to bring about, the eradication of the other sentient beings, the defilement and obstruction to enlightenment. The two bodies of the Buddha is the way to, help to liberate others. So, is, we call Rangdön Shoku, Shendön Suku, the body of the ultimate benefit of self, which is the true wisdom body, then the body of the ultimate benefit of others, the two form bodies. Emptiness, protection unsurpassed. Emptiness, all in the nature of mind, is among protection unsurpassed. So, like when you read the Hasutra, when you explain the meaning of the mantra, the mantra meaning to unsurpassed, referring to the path of seeing. It divided into the 5 parts, isn't it? So the 5 parts are the antidote, or the 5 parts is the antidote from all the defilement. Or 5 parts are the protection, protection from all the defilement, all the delusional defilement and the obscurational defilements. So then here the unsurpassed is referring to the path of seeing. So emptiness of the nature of mind the wisdom realizing, direct wisdom realizing of emptiness is the protection that unsurpassed, which is the wisdom of Arya being, which is the wisdom to realize emptiness directly. The fourfold practice is the most excellent method. The fourfold practice, making offering to meditation on deities and teachers, purifying negative karma, giving offering to the harmful force, and protecting Dharma protectors is the most excellent method. So, in last session, also mentioned the importance about these practices to clear obstacle on the path and also to activate the what do you call it? So making offering to the meditation deities and the teachers, bring about accumulation of immense of merit and blessings. When you making offerings to the deities, like even Thoma offering practices, etc., are the one of the method to drive a blessing, blessing of spiritual blessing to us. Then, of course, making offering to the teachers, gurus, we know that we accumulate immense of merit, and that help us to actualize the path easy, and purifying negative karma. Then giving offering to the harmful force. By giving offerings, Thoma, to the harmful force, that clear the major obstacles on the path, like harmful, in relation to gods, spirits, nagas, etc. They are like different kind of Thoma offering to the harmful forces. For the spiritual practitioner, the obstacle is not just external or the human obstacle. The main obstacle comes from, the formless, invisible, secret obstacles. So these practices will help to clear those obstacles. Then protecting the Dharma protectors. Then like protector pujas, making protector offerings, like Thoma offerings and tea, of nectar offerings, etc. And the protectors are most of the Arya protectors are appointed. Or was it manifestation? Most of the Arya protectors are manifestation of the deities and the Buddha themselves. And most of the ordinary protectors are very much harmful, gods and spirits, etc., subdued by Buddhas, subdued by gurus, subdued by the different deities, like that. Like there are many worldly protector that which subdued by Guru Pema Sambhava, etc. And even though initially they are harmful to the Dharma, harmful, specifically, exist there to harm the Dharma practitioners, but because of they are subdued, and they took refuge under the deities and gurus like Guru Pema Sambhava, etc. Then they make the commitment. They are asked to make the commitment to help, to assist Dharma practitioners by gathering, resources to the practice of the Dharma. That's why, many protector when we do protector puja, there are some protectors are Arya beings, some protectors are enlightened, some protectors are ordinary protectors, like that. But even they are like ordinary protectors, but these are not a harmful protectors, not a harmful spirits or gods, because they are subdued and assigned by Buddhas, deities, and gurus. So when we make offering, we are establishing conditional causes to receive benefit. But then when we talk about refuge practice, when we go for refuge, then we don't go for refuge in the worldly beings, including worldly protectors. We don't go for refuge, but they are object of our offering, but not the object of refuge. Even they are subdued, even they are Dharma protector, but because of they are still ordinary being, they are not Arya being, then not object of refuge. Object of refuge minimum have to achieve the Arya states. Then relate whatever you can to your meditation right now. Relate whatever you can, adverse conditions such as arising from intense suffering or affliction, then meditate right now. Yeah. So whatever adversity comes in our way, either it's physical or emotional or delusional, then try to tackle that immediately by using the true altruism as an antidote. Either through meditation on understanding or meditation on emptiness, or either through bodhicitta. So try to overcome it, try to purify it, try to avert it, like that. Okay, so I won't be able to finish whole text, so I will leave this for next session. So I will stop here. So next session we will start from the 7th point, from the fourth point. Okay. Yeah. So I think I will stop here. Okay, thank you very much. And we have done the dedication before, but here then we just do a brief dedication. So dedicate in bodhicitta. Dedicate in emptiness. Then dedicate in unifications of generation and completion path of Tantra. And dedicate like Shantideva's the Bodhisattva's dedication. Jambe Bawajina Chamada Kundo Sambodi and the Guji Chisutalo, Jawate Tamja Rabdo, Sunchebe Jawatamja, Moagala, Chudoma, Daji Jevetsawati, Sambo Jeje Rabdo Warai, Carrera Vikovation on the Pendant de Wamali, Chu and the Jeresiva, and the judge. Shabe Sede Bado Tenjuji, Topso Chanji, Jamu Javet, and Zinjumbe, Kuzo, Chosogo, and Metro, Taso de Jegondo, Shabe Show. And also, please dedicate. There's one young boy, Thomas Tran, passed away on last Monday in Melbourne. Then there's one dog. There's one cat called Manjushri cat Manjushri passed away. I don't know the exact. I don't know exact day, but just I think last few days. Then also dedicated specifically for those who pass away within the last 49 days. May this our collective merit be the cause for them to purify the sufferings and suffering of individual state and actualize higher rebirth in Cheris's pure land or full enlightenment. And also dedicate this collective merit to all the leaders of the world to actualize loving kindness, compassion, so that they can be able to lead their community with much harmony, happiness, peace. And also due to the coronavirus crisis around the world, there are so many people, who are taking their life, suicidal cases. I hear a lot, even in Nepal, and I'm sure there are many others not reported. So people, so may this merit be the cause for them to overcome, such difficulties. And those who pass away from that kind of tragedy may purify their karma, purify their suffering, and actualize liberation, higher rebirths. And dedicate to all those who are working on the front line, including the family members who take care of the rest of the family, putting food on the table, taking care of their emotional and physical well-being, and for these people to always be healthy, happy, and always actualize all the conducive conditions for them to help others. And may this collective merit become the cause all the other amazing, good beings, like the source of world's peace and happiness, like His Holiness Dalai Lama, like Gyaltsab Lama Sopa Rinpoche, and all the other gurus, practitioners, like yourself, always enjoy perfect health, long life, and fulfill all your aspirations accordingly. Okay, thank you very much. Take care. Have a good week. Thank you. Bye-bye. And yes, please, tomorrow, try our best to do Guru Yoga practice in relation to His Holiness Dalai Lama's birthday by reciting, as much as possible the Om Mani Padme Hum. If we can dedicate in like whole day, whenever our body, speech, and mind is free, try to relate into the practice of compassion, recitation of Om Mani Padme Hum, and physically, do meditations and prostrations, etc. Okay, thank you very much. Bye bye. Take care.